Valley counties. Now, this is going to free up resources to any county impacted by Tropical Storm Alberto. Now, widespread power outages are being reported right now from Rio Grande City up to South Padre, or down to South Padre Island rather, and these are affecting both Magic Valley and AEP customers, with most of these outages happening in the far San Juan area.
The rain will continue into tomorrow. The First Warn 5 weather team is tracking it all for us. Chief Meteorologist Tim Smith joining us now. And Tim, what's the latest?
Well, the good thing is the heavy rain that's been with us much of the afternoon is slowly letting up from east to west across the area. There's more behind it, but that giant shield of rain is finally starting to push westward and out of the area. In the meantime, this is the view at South Padre Island. You can see the water again coming all the way up to the dunes. Good place to be. Bad place to be. You don't want to go out into that water past about shin depth because the rip currents are strong out there right now because the water's coming up so high. So you just want to avoid that kind of thing because it can carry you away in a hurry. Of course, it's been in the mid-80s at the coast all day long, northeast winds there. Right now, about 12 miles an hour. There's a flag going pretty good in the wind down there, so 12 might be an understatement. But here's the radar. And when you look at it, look how the western part of the valley, all this big shield of rain moving off to the west. But then there's more forming. There's a batch from about Mercedes and La Feria down into Mexico. Another batch up here near Lynn, San Manuel, and look back to the east. Here comes more. Let's go a little wider. Another batch of rain sitting just offshore. The good thing is now after this big batch moves away, this comes kind of in waves, and that gives the rain a little time to run off rather than it just raining continuously. It rains for a while. That rain starts to run off. Then it rains more. That runs off. So that helps alleviate any potential flooding situations. Now, we're still looking at more rain over the next day or so, really a lot more rain over the next week, but the heaviest stuff overnight tonight into early tomorrow. So still potential for flooding, still a flood watch in effect, but at least we're getting it again in waves rather than one just solid mess of rain for a couple of days. We'll track all of this, take a look at where Alberto is right now and update your forecast coming up in a few minutes.
County beaches at South Padre Island remain closed due to the rough surf and high tide. The situation out there changing by the hour.
Yeah, Christian Von Pricing has been out there all day watching Tropical Storm Alberto come in, and he joins us live now. How does it look out there now, Christian?
Rudy, the daily tide cycle is starting to recede. The high tide was earlier this morning. However, the average tide for the day, the predicted tide, went 2.5 feet above what's expected. That wore away at the dunes here at the beach, and there is more storm expected to head our way. The waves haven't been this high in a while. This morning and afternoon along the coast, tides were up at least 2 feet. Not a bad time for this family visiting from upstate.
Very windy.
Their week-long vacation went through a change of plans Tuesday as tides rose, giving way to heavy rain and strong winds on Wednesday. They didn't stay in the water for long. Officials want people to stay out completely.
The water's up to the dunes right now, so it's definitely not safe to be out on the beaches currently.
At the White Sands beach access, you could see the tide starting to carve out the sand dune. In some parts of the island, roads and parking lots flooded. The dunes in the north of the city are also feeling the impact of the tide. In the last 24 hours, those strong waves have already pushed through into the dune area, creating a new path which eventually may lead to the road. Right now, authorities want people to stay safe and keep monitoring the weather as they prepare for more rain.
We all want to make sure that if we do have to have an evacuation later this summer, that we coordinate that, get everybody out as safely as possible.
And throughout the day, tides have gone up and also the wind has kicked in this afternoon. And over on the bay side, over in Port Isabel, our colleague Stephanie Rosales has been over there tracking the increase in the tide. Stephanie, what are you seeing out there?
CBP, we are in the area known as the Fingers here in Port Isabel. We are on the dock of Sylvia and Donald, who gave us permission to be here. We want to show you just how high the water is. Take a look at this strap. We see that the water is above it. It should actually be 2 feet below this strap right here. And this is a high tide caused by the storm. Some people who live in the area say they've actually seen much worse. It's not too bad right now. The next high tide is expected tomorrow morning. That is when the water is expected to go way up again. The rising water is a concern for some people who live here. We've seen people in the area coming out ever so often to check on their boats, making sure they are still strapped in. While we have seen some docks underwater, it's not as bad as some expected. We spoke to another person who lives just a few homes down. He says the water was a lot higher in the morning. He has 3 boats, but it's one boat he's mainly concerned about.
If the water would get, three more feet or better, it would get stuck underneath this deck and start crushing things.
The rain has been on and off here in the area for the last several hours. Some people who live here are expecting this water to rise up again early tomorrow morning, just around 6. Live in Port Isabel, Stephanie Rosales, Channel 5 News at 6.
And this is a live look at the Queen Isabella Causeway courtesy of TxDOT. As you can see, there are some cars coming to and from the island. Not a whole lot going on out there, though. We haven't heard of any weather-related accidents on the causeway, luckily.
But the heavy rains affecting traffic valley-wide. Meteorologist Andrew Chung keeping an eye on the roads. Andrew, any trouble spots?
Yeah, Dina and Rudy, we've been seeing some slowdowns, especially in the Mid-Valley because of all the rain. Now it's looking a little bit better as you get to the west of McAllen, but here's a look at I-2 between McAllen and the Far Interchange. Still delays, of course, shown on the yellow eastbound and westbound I-2. Let me show you the road weather index. This adds the rain. This shows where the rain has fallen. So there are slick roads out there, but right now actually looking pretty good between Sherry Road and Ware Road on east and westbound I-2. If we can, let's switch over to the TxDOT camera. This is I-2 in Weslaco or on Texas Boulevard. Things looking pretty good, but again, you see there's very wet roads out there. So wherever you are in the valley, please be careful, take your time, and do not drive into flooded areas. Let's go back to the maps, and you can see what is going on here, and looking much better as you get to the west toward the Mission Palmview areas. Over to the east we go, also looking pretty good in Weslaco. There was an accident earlier about an hour or two ago. That has been cleared on I-2, and also looking good despite the rain on 69E north and southbound as you get toward Willisey as well as Cameron County. So here's some drive times. It'll take you 32 minutes from McAllen to Harlingen and 18 minutes from McAllen to Weslaco. If you see an accident, please call us at 956-968-5555 and be safe out there. Back to you.
Next at 6, Juneteenth, how the community is coming together to celebrate unity, hope, and change.
You're watching the Valley's News Channel with Rudy Morales, Dina Herrera Garza, and First Warn 5 weather with Chief Meteorologist Tim Smith. This is Channel 5 News at 6. The traffic report is supported by J. Gonzalez Injury Attorneys.
It can bear over 4,000 times its own weight, and that's just the door hinge. Sturdy design down to the smallest detail, the Taos. Visit your Volkswagen dealer today and get 0% APR financing or a $1,500 customer bonus on a new 2024 Taos.
The Law Champ has been delivering knockouts for over 20 years and has recovered over $500 million for Texas families. If you've been seriously injured, you need someone who will fight for you. Put the Law Champ in your corner today. Just dial $3 million.
There's DNA. Then there's heavy-duty DNA. HDNA. It's engineered into every aspect of the GMC Sierra HD. With the pulling power to prove it. Tow hitches of the world. Prepare for glory. Get 5.9% APR for 5 years on 2024 Sierra heavy-duty Denali models. That's over $3,400 in estimated finance savings.
Shop with an award-winning team you can trust and get award-winning deals like $77.50 off a new Sierra. Plus, no payments for 90 days. We discount because we shop the competition so you don't have to. In the heart of the valley, Burdock and Buick GMC in Edinburgh.
I highly recommend this law firm. The staff is attentive, honest, and reliable.
The Law Giant was the best decision I have made to handle my case.
There's only one law firm you can trust to deliver giant results. Call the Law Giant today at 956-9000000.
The Jetta received a 5-star overall safety rating, so if you stars get in, we could also say it has a 5-star interior.
I don't think so.
Okay. I thought it was a good idea.
Visit your Volkswagen dealer today and get 2.9% APR financing or a $1,000 customer bonus on a new 2024 Jet.
Celebrating Juneteenth. It is a national holiday signed into law by President Biden back in 2021.
It observes June 19th, 1865 as the end of slavery in the U.S. That's when the last slaves in Texas were freed. Deontay Maroney has more.
African Americans are here, whether it's 2%, 3%.
Bishop Michael Smith and his wife Sharon have lived in the valley for the last 31 years. They say a lot has changed since they first stepped foot in Deep South Texas.
You didn't see that many, African Americans. If you went to a church, that's where majority of them were. But now, now you can walk anywhere and see like, hey, hi.
The Smiths are a part of the City of Edinburgh's Juneteenth Committee. Every year, they host events to teach people about the importance of this day.
That African Americans did have a part in the developing of the valley with the agriculture and the railroad, and that, the slaves that were not free that came here, helped them out, with the ferry ride across to Mexico when they would come and try to take them back up north. So all of that, people really need to know that there's a lot of rich history down here.
News of President Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation did not reach the 250,000 slaves in Texas until June 19, 1865, 2 years after the proclamation was signed. Since then, Black people across the country have celebrated that day, now recognized as Juneteenth. 3 years ago, it became a national holiday. Today, McAllen recognized Juneteenth. People gathered to commemorate the day at the city's Palmview Branch Library. Juneteenth-themed tote bags were hand-painted.
We want to make sure that we are inclusive and that we celebrate different cultures.
Esther Herrera, the branch manager, says Juneteenth is about unity.
It's very important, to recognize this monumental era, right? This monumental day in U.S. history and celebrate our humanness. We should be honored, right, that the U.S. is moving forward and taking these steps to recognize the contributions of African Americans to our history.
A message event goers say they're excited to learn.
For me, it's very important because I don't like it that the people have discrimination. Every people is same color, whatever. It is necessary freedom.
This is a very good opportunity to learn about this because sometimes we don't pay attention or we don't know.
A community of all races celebrating unity, hope, and change. In McAllen, Deontay Maroney, Channel 5 News.
Satellite continues to show pretty good clouds and showers near the valley, over the valley, and then down to our southeast. There's our storm way down there moving westward, but a lot of this moisture spreading our direction. We'll track it and update your forecast after the break.
Come see the Bird Ogden Cadillac family of SUVs and unlock an icon. Drive a new XT4 for $429 a month, or take advantage of no payments for 90 days. Experience the difference in the heart of the valley. Bird Ogden Cadillac, Edinburgh.
RFD Inflation Fighter
gives you freedom from high prices so you get more for less.
Like style, quality, value, and good service.
And up to 64% savings store-wide with easy financing and fast delivery.
It's simple.
Your dollar just goes further with
me.
The excellence of driving a Buick is matched by the excellence of the dealership experience when you own a Buick. Buick, exceptional by design.
Sign and Drive is here. Get this ultra-low mileage lease on this 2024 Encore GX Preferred for around $343 per month with zero due at signing.
Right now, get the Kubota Z200 Series mower for 0 down and 0 APR for 48 months. Come see us off Ed Carey and the Expressway in Harlingen. Welcome to the world of Elif Kubota.
Facing a DWI charge in the Rio Grande Valley? Call Rene A. Flores.
Qualified buyers get 0% APR financing for 36 months on a new 2024 Tundra. Offer ends July 1st.
Bird-on Toyota in Harlingen, the only Valley winner of the Toyota President's Award 3 years in a row.
Drive the all-new Tacoma now and get legendary capability for just $299 a month.
Discover award-winning service Bird-on Toyota in Harlingen.
First Warn 5 weather is supported by DHR Health. Now, First Warn 5 weather with Chief Meteorologist Tim Smith.
Hey folks, we start tonight with a look at radar. Big batch of rain moving across the valley during the afternoon hours. A little bit of a break in parts of the valley now, but there's more coming along the coast as we speak. But this dropping a couple of inches, just this one batch that moved across. And as you look to the east, I'm here in Weslaco now down to the south. Another batch coming up to the coast as we speak. Here's a closer look at the middle and upper valley. And the rain that was heavy for a while in McAllen and Edinburgh Mission, it's starting to let up. Still raining there, but a whole lot lighter now. That has moved back toward La Jolla and places westward from there. Again, there's the rain in the mid-valley as we speak. Then a break right now. Harlingen down to about Los Fresnos, but look offshore. There's more. And then in Willacy County, quieting down finally. That's where the heaviest rain has been today. But look at this batch right here, just moving up to the coast as we speak. And there's more where that came from. So we're going to be now in and out of the rain. Much of the afternoon, we're more in it, right? And now this afternoon into tonight, it's going to come and go, but it's just going to continue to add to the rainfall totals. And we'll look at those totals in the next half hour, but some places today have seen more than 5 inches of rain already, and we've still got a ways to go before this is completely over. This is the satellite imagery, and you can see all the clouds continue to push in, and now all of the valley is covered in the cloud cover, and there's more coming down from the south. Our storm way down here, and it really doesn't matter where the storm itself is. We've been saying that since last week because it's such a disorganized system. It finally got better organized today. We finally have a circulation down to the south of us. It's moving straight westward, but as it does, all that moisture gets pushed up toward the north and pushed right into the Texas coast. And at the same time, that onshore flow creating the storm tide that we're looking at 3 to 5 feet across parts of Texas. Now, here's the position of it right now. As of the latest advisory at 4, there'll be another one at 7. Moving off to the west-southwest right now at about 9 miles per hour, kind of basically being repositioned to find the center is what it is, and that's where it is right now. There you go. By the time you get to late night tonight, early tomorrow morning, it'll be inland over Mexico and raining itself out over the mountains in places where we can use the rain. It rains up here. That's a good thing, and it may well do so. In the meantime, we're still under a flood watch, and Future Track says, again, a scattering of showers overnight. Into the daytime hours tomorrow, there'll be some breaks, then it'll rain again. The breaks will get progressively longer between showers, where today the breaks are pretty short between rain. Tomorrow, you may go several hours without rain, then you get another batch of showers and storms move through. That's the way we like to see it. In a drought, if you could space those showers out like that so it doesn't all, pool and try to run off to nowhere, you end up with flooding. If we can space that out, it runs off safely, and we're in pretty good shape. As we go into Saturday, look, another batch of showers and storms moves in again. Chance of rain doesn't go completely away as the storm moves off to the west-northwest and eventually into Mexico. But big rain up here, too. Places where we need rain. The watershed may see a pretty decent amount of rain before this thing is all over with. And then you see the next batch coming in as we head into the weekend. We'll talk more about that in the next half hour as well. Here's the projected rainfall now for the next week. And look over here near Monterey, 15, and actually underneath there, you can't quite see this other color, whatever that is underneath there as well, suggesting 15 to 20 inches of rain in and around Monterey. That will be a problem there because that will cause flooding in the old river channel that goes through the downtown part of the city. 7 to 10 inches just to our south, 1, 2, 5 inches when you get up into the watershed. This is good. We can use that. If you look over the valley, you're looking still on top of what we've already had, 3, 4, 5 more inches of rain, and some places again have already had 3 to 5, so we're going to add more to that over the course of the next week. That's a week's worth of rainfall. Our rainfall chances then the next 3 days look like this. We slowly go down, but we hold at 50% even into Saturday and into most of next week. The chances just aren't going away. Finally, the storm surge. You saw both Christian and Stephanie out at the coast. Christian on the island, Stephanie in Port Isabel. About 3 feet of surge out there, if you will. And that's just storm tide being pushed by that onshore wind and the big waves being kicked up. There's waves at 10 10 to 15 feet just offshore. A higher surge when you get up into the Houston, Galveston area, up to 4 feet up there, causing a lot of water to flow over roads and under some of those homes that are on stilts up there. Tonight, the flood watch still in effect. If we get flooding reported, it'll turn to a warning, or if it's imminent, it'll turn to a warning. And then tomorrow, still a flood watch in effect. Heavy rain, heaviest rain probably first half of the day, but it's one of those days where stuff moves through, and any batch of showers, if it goes over the place that's already gotten 5 inches of rain, it can lead to quick flooding now as the ground is pretty well saturated across all the valley. Here's First 105 AccuWeather 7-day forecast. Tomorrow, the coolest day of the bunch, but also the wettest day. But look at that. Every day there's a chance for showers and storms into next week. We'll be tracking yet another tropical system in the Gulf next week. More on that in the next half hour. That's your updated First 105 AccuWeather forecast.
Still ahead at 6, summer is here, and kids are spending more time on their phones and iPads. What parents can do to safeguard time online.
Hurricane season is here, and it's time to prepare. Watch our hurricane special, Facing the Fury, on our KRGV YouTube channel or on our website under the Weather tab. What you need to know to keep you and your family safe this hurricane season on Facing the Fury.
Ashley Stars and Stripes sale has huge savings you don't want to miss. For a limited time, when you buy more, you save more, up to $1,800 off your purchase. Or get low monthly payments with no interest for 84 months. Only at Ashley. Feels good to be home.
Is that your new Nissan Sentra?
Yeah, crazy story. So this morning, I'm at the Nissan Thrill of Summer sales event, taking a test drive. And when Dave, the sales guy, is like, "You're gonna love this," he shows me the Sport Tune suspension and says it's rated a best value 2024 new car on cars.com. Dave says these cars are going fast. I knew I had to have that Sentra.
Nissan offers 6 vehicles starting under $30,000, like Sentra, with 4.9% financing for 60 months.
Orale. What I like about Charlie Clark is awesome service.
I really appreciate it. Next time I'll change. Thanks, Nana Papa.
Now get this, new Nissan Titans and Armadas, $12,500 off. Wow.
Check us out at charlieclark.com. And if we don't do what we promise,
Nana Pau Pau.
Charlie Clark Nissan. Orale.
Amen.
Bridgepoint Insurance Agency and Permit Center is the only full-service contractor in Hidalgo County authorized to process registration renewals, title transfers, and all other DMV services. We make the process easy, fast, and stress-free. Our knowledgeable staff are trained to answer any questions you may have. Skip the lines and take advantage of our drive-thru and curbside service. We are open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Located in McAllen, Mission, and Donna. Bridgepoint, we got you covered.
Of course, the GMC Terrain offers different drive modes. What about Weekend Warrior mode? Or you don't see that every day mode? How about Out of the Office mode? Or even
Are you out of your mind?
Mode. Want a mode for everything? Sign and Drive is here. Get this ultra-low mileage lease on this 2024 Terrain SLE for around $379 per month with zero due at signing. Plus, current eligible GMC lessees get over $1,700 additional lease cash.
Ashley Stars and Stripes mattress sale is going on now. For a limited time, get a free adjustable base with any mattress purchase. Plus, save up to $500 on select mattresses, including summer's hottest cooling mattress, the Tempur Breeze. For better sleep and savings, shop Ashley.
Summer school is canceled today for a lot of students because of this rain. And that means a lot of kids were spending some more time on their devices today.
Karen Kafa with a look at how families can find that right screen time balance.
It can be easy to forget that this space and this idea of regulating and protecting kids online is still relatively new, and that's why it's taken some time for schools, entities, even the U.S. Congress to chart courses of action. So in the meantime, experts say parents can take their own actions. School is out, and Dr. Michael Rich, founder of the Digital Wellness Lab at Boston Children's Hospital, wants to bring back boredom.
So we fill it with what ifs and dreams and let's do this, as opposed to defaulting to a screen and basically giving over our attention and our mind to someone else.
There's been a lot of conversation this week about children and screen time.
Yes.
On Tuesday, the board of the Los Angeles Unified School District voted in favor of a ban on cell phones during the school day, effective January 2025. And in a New York Times op-ed Monday, U.S. Surgeon General Vivek Murthy proposed social media apps have warning labels like alcohol and cigarettes.
If we can come together, have each other's backs, and make a pact to put in place these rules for our families, it's easier for us. It's also easier for our kids.
Stephen Balcom, founder and CEO of the Family Online Safety Institute, says he'd like Congress to act on online privacy and safety and for tech companies to be more responsible. But for now, households should make rules.
And realize and factor in downtime and, screen-free zones in the house like the bedroom or the dining room table, screen-free time zones like dinner, like mealtime.
Balcom and Dr. Michael Rich say parents can lead by example and put down their devices, too.
Let's remember how precious this time is with these kids. They're not going to be this age forever. Let's enjoy them.
There have been a number of hearings on Capitol Hill, even bipartisan agreement that something needs to be done, but no concrete action just yet. Some states have taken their own individual actions, but the experts I spoke with today said the most important conversations will be the ones that take place at home. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
Next at 6, organ donation. Thousands of people are waiting for an organ transplant. A Valley family shares why they decided to become donors. Plus, how you can register to become one.
And still ahead at 6, secondhand smoke. We've all heard about it, but what about third-hand smoke? If you smoke when kids are not around, even outdoors, you could still be putting them at risk.
We have found that even when there are home smoking bans and people are not actively smoking around the children, we have found high hand nicotine levels on them.
A closer look at the dangers of third-hand smoke ahead.
Think we'll make it? Not likely, bro. Think you'll miss the office? Not likely, bro. Maybe I'll borrow it sometime? Not likely, bro.
Whatever your goal, get there with the tech-forward, tech-ready Lexus NX.
What have we got?
The Andersons. All night, tossing and turning, bad backs, sleep score at an all-time low.
Round up the team.
At Denver Mattress, going undercover is literally how we solve problems. And when we find sleepers waking up with aches and pains, we turn to the Tempur-Pedic Adapt, designed for ultimate pressure relief that uniquely adapts to your body's pressure points. The Tempur Adapt features innovative technology, so you get deep, undisturbed rest all night long. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
Shop with a friendly team you can trust and save $11,000 on a new Silverado. Plus, make no payments for 120 days. We shop the competition so you don't have to. In the heart of the Valley, Fiesta Chevrolet Edinburgh.
At Spectrum, we know that internet is a vital tool to help you fulfill your dreams.
My dream is to become a video game developer.
My dream is to get my online college degree. That's why Spectrum designed affordable internet and mobile offers to keep you connected.
Get Spectrum Internet starting at $24.99 a month with free advanced Wi-Fi and one free line of unlimited mobile. Call 1-855-600-2795 or scan to call.
Call now.
It's the biggest summer sale with unbeatable super offers from South Texas Buick GMC. No payments for 120 days, over $10,000 in discounts, and no markups in inventory. GMC, we are professional grade. Call us at 661-5000 or visit us at southtexasgmc.com. Come and take advantage this summer of the great offers we have for you. Take the Sherry Road exit between McAllen and Mission. South Texas Buick GMC. Not the biggest, just the best.
It's the music event of summer, CMA Fest. With superstar performances by Lainey Wilson, Luke Bryan, Kelsey Ballerini, Keith Urban, Thomas Rhett, Shabuzi, Cody Johnson, and more. Plus epic collaborations you can't miss. Hosted by Jelly Roll and Ashley McBride.
What's up, CMA Fest?
CMA Fest, Tuesday, 8/7 Central on ABC, and stream next day on Hulu.
Serious accidents have the power to change the direction of your life. Don't let your world be turned upside down. I'm Ezequiel Reina, and I'm here to fight for you. Call me at 1-800-ZEKE-REINA.
The best place to find the best deal on an SUV is at your local Honda dealer. That's because Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda America's best value brand for the 10th year in a row. That includes the Honda HRV and the Honda CRV, a KBB.com best buy, plus the award-winning Passport and the Honda Pilot. Right now, well-qualified buyers can get Pilot for $379 a month or get 2.9% APR financing. So for big deals on America's best brands, see your RGV Honda dealer today.
Right now, more than 100,000 people are waiting for an organ transplant nationwide. In Texas, there's more than 10,000 people waiting, and just one donor can save up to 8 lives. That's why we're teaming up with the Texas Organ Sharing Alliance to get people to register to become organ donors. It's in memory of our late friend and former sports director, Dave Brown. Dave was a kidney transplant recipient and always pushed others to sign up to become donors. A Valley family shared why they became donors.
We had an aunt that was sick and needed an organ transplant. So she winded up passing away waiting on the list. So when my sister got sick, we took it upon ourselves, my mom and I, and we went to the nurse's desk and we said, you know, we would like to donate my sister's organs. Surprisingly, my sister had already signed up to become an organ donor.
Rosanna says her sister Regina was able to help 3 people after she died. She donated her kidneys and her corneas, giving back a blind man his sight. And you can become a registered organ donor and help save a life. There's still a few days left for our organ donor registration drive. Signing up is very easy. Just scan the QR code that's just about to come up right now. There you see it. It'll take you straight to the Texas Organ Sharing Alliance's website, our partner in this effort.
Smoking is the leading cause of death in the United States, and experts say even if you don't smoke, secondhand smoke can cause harm if you live with a smoker. Now, there's new evidence that third-hand smoke can be just as harmful. Naomi De Lucia explains.
Would you let your child do this? Of course not. But if you smoke around your kids or even smoke when they're not around, you could be harming their health.
So whereas secondhand smoke is inhaling smoke from a lit tobacco product, thirdhand smoke is inhaling, ingesting, or dermally absorbing the secondhand smoke pollutants.
Thirdhand smoke can be found on furniture, decor, walls, and floors. It can cause cancer and respiratory problems.
So thirdhand smoke pollutants can include well-known nicotine, as well as cancer-causing chemicals such as tobacco-specific nitrosamines. And so in our study, we looked at one called NNK, which is the most potent known human carcinogen found in tobacco smoke.
The University of Cincinnati found that 50% of kids living in homes with a smoker had NNK on their home surfaces, and 70% had NNK found in dust throughout their homes.
And we also found that 100% of children had nicotine detected on their surfaces, and about 100% had nicotine detected in dust.
These toxins were found in homes with smoking bans and in places where people were not allowed to smoke around children.
We have found that thirdhand smoke can last in environments for up to years.
Meaning your child could be exposed and you wouldn't even know it.
The study also found that children living in lower-income households had a higher level of NNK and nicotine in their homes. Health experts want parents and grandparents to be aware that not smoking inside the house is not enough. It doesn't fully protect kids from the dangers of the toxic chemicals found in cigarettes. With your Prescription Health, I'm Naomi De Lucia with Channel 5 News.
We're tracking the next batch of rain making its way onto the coast now. Actually, some lightning in Port Isabel down towards Space Exit Boca Chica. The heaviest rain on the island now just on the north end of the island. Plenty of rain to come, though. We'll update that as we continue.
We test the strength of the chin straps, attachment points, and buckles.
Those are just a few of the rigorous tests performed by Consumer Reports on bicycle helmets. And as celebrity chef Gordon Ramsay recently experienced, helmets work to prevent serious injuries in an accident. Their top picks on the way. But first, A look at the job opportunities available in the Valley. In McAllen, a quality assurance technician is needed. Pay $21.75 an hour. At least a year of experience is required. Here's a job number, 1661-7338. In Wesco, Child Protective Investigations is looking for a bilingual investigator worker trainee. Pay $22.02 an hour. That job number, 1661-5461.
In Brownsville, the Valley Day and Night Clinic's in need of a front desk clerk. Pay $10.50 an hour. Job number 1658-8032. Also in Brownsville, there's an opening for an accounting clerk at Logar Enterprises. Pay between $12-15 an hour. Job number 16440138. For more information on these job postings, you can go to workintexas.com. You can also find them at KRGV.com. Just click on the Hot Jobs of the Week banner on our homepage.
Do you have Facebook? We do. Catch the top stories, daily weather updates to know what to wear, plus live interviews as they're happening, all right in the palm of your hand. Follow Channel 5 News on Facebook.
The Bird Ogden deals are heating up on new Kias. Lease a new 2024 Forte for just $199 a month. Plus, get the Kia 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. We shop the competition so you don't have to. At 2 locations in the heart of the Valley, Bird Ogden Harlingen Kia or Bird Ogden Kia in Mission.
Our greatest strength is our clients.
A pickup truck passed the red light and threw me off the road.
The ambulance came and they took him to the hospital.
But it was pretty traumatizing.
If you want results and you want justice, you're going to want Jay Gonzalez.
Very efficient, very thorough.
If he doesn't win your case, you do not have to pay 1 cent.
Jay Gonzalez is definitely the top lawyer of the RGV.
Like I said, and I'll say it again.
You want results. You want justice. You want Jay Gonzalez.
Burns Motors is the place to be and your ultimate destination for your Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Get a new 2023 Dodge Charger GT with tech package for $32,988. Make this the summer event. Honest business since 1948.
I remember Mom was always cutting coupons. At the grocery store, we'd swipe the debit card and say a little prayer. That's why I've worked in Congress to bring down prices for Texas families, lowering drug costs for seniors, and capping insulin at $35 a month. As your senator, I'll hold corporations accountable for jacking up prices and work to bring down the cost of health care and housing. I'm calling all red, and I approve this message, because I'll never forget what higher prices mean for your family.
When she says it's time for some honeydews, you better get to Johnny's True Value.
50-foot medium-duty garden hoses are just $17.99. Bighorn 24-inch ranch fire pits, only $129.99. Barbecue with 2 packs of Kingsford charcoal, $19.99. 16-inch oscillating stand fans, Johnny's price, $15.99.
The Johnny's True Value, the cure for the honeydew blues.
Real golden chick.
Real people.
Real reactions. Everyone loves the new Hot Honey Sriracha, starting at just $6.99.
I love the sweet heat.
So that's our signature sauce?
Yeah. Like a sweet first, and then there's that kick in there.
Golden chick.
It's like time activated.
Is that your new Nissan Sentra?
Yeah, crazy story. So this morning, I'm at the Nissan Thrill of Summer sales event, taking a test drive. And when Dave, the sales guy's like, "You're gonna love this," he shows me the Sport Tune suspension and says it's rated a best value 2024 new car on cars.com. Dave says these cars are going fast. I knew I had to have that Sentra.
Nissan offers 6 vehicles starting under $30,000, like Sentra, with 4.9% financing for 60 months.
Our Nissan customers are always winning. Save with 3.9% APR on a sporty new Kicks today. We shop the competition so you don't have to. Get your new Nissan today in McAllen or Edinburgh, located in the heart of the Valley.
Dale gas. Back now with power outages in Hidalgo County. Thousands of AEP and Magic Valley customers are without power right now.
Channel 5's Lily Celeste is live in San Juan where some of those outages are being reported. Lily, what can you tell us?
Hey, Rudy, just spoke to a neighbor here in this neighborhood in San Juan. He tells me he's been without power for a little over 2 hours. I've been in touch with AEP and Magic Valley throughout the day today. AEP tells us some of their outages have been caused by water mixing with dust that are on their lines, that's sparking and leaving people without power. The latest outage map from AEP shows more than 1,000 customers without power in Hidalgo County right now. Only a handful of customers without power in Cameron, Willacy, and Starr counties. Magic Valley's outage map shows more than 2,500 customers without power and a handful of outages in Cameron County. I did reach out to Magic Valley. I'm told their crews are working on restoring power. Both Magic Valley and AEP have outage maps that tell you the estimated time they're anticipating to fix your power. So good resource for people at home. Reporting live in San Juan, Lily Celeste, Channel 5 News.
Now, First Warn 5 weather with Chief Meteorologist Tim Smith.
Hey folks, still tracking a lot of rain moving across parts of the valley. The heaviest stuff in the upper valley is pushing away. Just this last few minutes, we've had another little batch move over McAllen, far San Juan, up into Edinburgh, and now some heavy stuff right along the coast that is pushed across the island through Port Isabel, kind of letting up now, but now it's making its way inland, almost to Los Fresnos, places like Bayview and down to the north side of Brownsville, literally all of Brownsville, even down to the southmost area. And at the island, we're seeing a couple more showers sneak across there. Let's kind of push it back and look at the bigger picture, and there's just an awful lot of rain on that radar today as expected, and it's going to continue to sneak through during the nighttime hours. I don't know if it's going to sneak, it's going to move through. There's been a little bit of lightning in this. We had some in Port Isabel just a few minutes ago. There hasn't been a lot of lightning today, but just the last few minutes we've seen some with these cells that are moving across the area. And notice there's plenty more moisture out to the east, and all that's going to continue wrapping around, and I think we'll continue to see rain during the nighttime hours into the daytime tomorrow. So satellite shows some breaks, and there will be some breaks. It's not going to be a continuous rain like today. It breaks for a while. Unfortunately, those breaks will get a little longer over the next couple of days. So there'll be, almost steady rain for a time today, and now an hour break, and then tonight a couple of hours. Those breaks will get bigger. So that means less persistent rain. System's way down to the south of us right now, and the basic system is moving off to the west. But you got to look at this whole huge area of rain and the moisture kind of wrapping around that, pushing right into the coast, bringing us rain, pushing the surf up, pushing the tide up, causing all kinds of issues. And that whole mess is pushing toward the west. So this is kind of round one of potential significant rainfall in the valley. Let's see how much rainfall we've gotten. Meteorologist Karen Gonzalez has been tracking the rain so far today. Karen, what have we seen? Where have the heaviest places been?
Well, Tim, definitely the coastal areas have received much of the bigger parts of the rain. Those rain bands did leave up to 4 inches of rain, this just south of Port Mansfield, between Raymondville and Port Mansfield. We're seeing a bit of that orange also just north of Raymondville. Meanwhile, we have also reached up to 3 inches of rain, this in Lynn San Manuel, where we see most of this yellow part right here. That's where we have between 2 to 3 inches. So, this is great. This is wonderful for, the current drought conditions that we have. Meanwhile, we're still expecting for some of those rain bands to continue. As of now, that rain is continuing to move over Starr County, and still in the forecast, we still have more precipitation. So Andrew Chung has been tracking what we're expecting for the next couple of days. Andrew, I know that rain will continue, but what about for this weekend? How's it looking like?
We still have a chance this weekend, Karen, for some more rain. I'll show you why here. This is the IBM graph model. This is future track. So there you have Tropical Storm Alberto as it continues to move westward. Should make landfall by early tomorrow morning. So more rain bands will continue into our area overnight into tomorrow morning. But watch what happens. Look at the bottom of your screen. This model, along with the GFS and Euro model, all calling for a second area of low pressure to potentially spin up in the southwestern Gulf of Mexico and take the same track as Alberto. Because of that, we're going to keep in that chance for some more scattered showers and thunderstorms in the forecast here in the valley into the weekend and the next week. So for Saturday, this is 2 p.m., still a chance for some scattered showers and thunderstorms as this potential secondary low pressure starts to move toward the Mexico coast. So we're going to call this next week's problem, even starting as early as this weekend. Now here's Tim.
And Andrew, now the National Hurricane Center gives that next area a 30% chance of developing out to the next 7 days. So thank you. That's what we're looking at right now on the map. So Alberto, our first name on the list. The next one, whatever it is, that one in the Gulf or something else will be Beryl, and that's the rest of the list from there. But if you look at our rain chances the next 7 days, we peak at 80% tomorrow. We were at 100% today. We go to 80% tomorrow, and it goes down, but it doesn't go away because of that other system as we head into the weekend, into next week. Still a 40 to 50% chance of showers and storms. And if you look beyond that, the 8 to 14 day outlook, which takes us all the way into July, still above normal rainfall for all of Texas, and a better chance for it to be above normal here than even the rest of the state. Normal is about 2/3 of an inch, so it looks like we will continue to add to the moisture content in the valley. So all this rain we've had, certainly putting an end to the drought that we've been in. Question is, can we get some up into the watershed and make a difference up there? We were showing you that earlier. Temperature-wise, you know, the good thing is it's kept temperatures down a bit. Today, our high was 81. Tomorrow, 82. We've been above average the whole last couple of months, and now we're staying below average all the way into next week because of the extra rainfall. As you go into next weekend, then temperatures warm back up into the mid-90s, but that's way down the line. Good chance of rain the next few days. So for tonight across the area, that flood watch still in effect. We've had, as Karen mentioned, 2 to 4, even 5 inches of rain. Getting some reports out of Raymondville of more than 5 inches of rain there today. So you add another 2 or 3 inches there, that's when you start to get into flooding problems. Fortunately, the drainage system working. A lot of improvements, and so far it's done its job. That's good. Heavy rain, possible flooding because of that flood watch being in effect. That will change to a warning if flooding is imminent or begins to occur. Tomorrow back to 82. Again, some heavy rain, still a possibility. More likely the first half of the day, and then late in the day it gets more and more widely separated. Your high stays in the low 80s with a cloud cover around. This is your First One 5 AccuWeather, the 7-day forecast. We do warm it back up eventually, but the next couple of days stay well below average. Best chance of rain is tomorrow, but scattered storms stay in the forecast all the way through the weekend and into next week as well. That's your updated First One 5 AccuWeather forecast. Good evening, guys.
I don't like the rain, Timote. Coming up in sports, we're now just a few days from the RGV All-Star softball game, and we've got a full preview on both the East and the West for you. Hear from the players and the coaches next in sports.
Get friendly service with a team you can trust and drive a Chevy Equinox for $299 per month. Or save with 1.9% financing plus no payments for 90 days. We shop the competition so you don't have to. In the heart of the valley, Bird Ogden Chevrolet in Mission.
I've heard AI is so easy to use, I had to give it a try for Stanton Optical's newest deal. Create a commercial selling one pair of glasses for $59. Hey, I said a pair of glasses, not a pair wearing glasses. Better, but it needs to pop more. Pop more, not popcorn. Forget it. Maybe using AI to make an ad wasn't my best idea, but you can get the best deal on glasses right now. Book your eye exam today. Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Get over $2,700 purchase cash on select 2024 Sierra 1500 Denali models. Plus, current eligible GMC owners get an additional $2,500 purchase allowance. We are professional grade GMC.
Serious accidents have the power to change the direction of your life.
36 responding.
Your family, your health, and your car can all be at stake. You can even be held unreasonably at fault. Don't let your world be turned upside down. Protect yourself and call me. I'm Ezequiel Reina, and I'm here to fight for you. Call me at 1-800-ZEKE-REINA.
Our Nissan customers are always winning. Save with 3.9% APR on a sporty new Kicks today. We shop the competition so you don't have to. Get your new Nissan today in McAllen or Edinburgh, located in the heart of the valley.
Dale gas.
Still bummed about that wiring mistake?
I feel like I let the whole Colair team down.
That's ridiculous, Jesse. Did you realize it right away when you messed up?
Yes, sir.
Did you admit it to your trainer?
Yes, sir.
Did you fix it and double check you got it right?
Yes, sir.
Jesse, this is a story of triumph. We should celebrate.
Call Colair because we care.
Mr. Rubin, sir, I like how we celebrate at Colair.
Pass the cookies.
Burns Motors is the place to be and your ultimate destination for your Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Get a new 2024 Jeep Compass Altitude for $29,988. Make this the summer event. And at Burns Motors, McAllen and Mission. Honest business since 1948.
talking about it all week. The East-West All-Star softball game is coming up this weekend, and we've shown you some bits and pieces of how the East and West teams have been preparing this week. Today, we're giving you a full preview of both sides. Here's our Daniela Hernandez.
We get like one of the best seniors from each school, and to bring it together as a team, that's an awesome way to like make a game, and the whole valley would want to see that.
The 18th annual East and West All-Star softball game is just a few days away. It'll bring the valley's top senior softball players together to showcase their talents.
It's pretty nice to come together with some other girls I played with in the past, and now playing together on this East versus West game. So it's pretty cool and exciting.
It's an all-star game for a reason. You know, they're all all-stars, and you know, it's one of those things too where they all have talent. It made the decision hard to make the roster, but you know, knowing that we had talent on the field, made me make that decision a little bit easier.
The East boasts a strong roster consisting of 6A state champs Wesco High and the 5A runner-up Harlingen South, bringing in valuable knowledge and experience from state.
They might be overconfident. You just got to go out there and do your best. And I think we do fine if we just go ahead and be competitive.
It's definitely challenging knowing that, but we're definitely taking our time to prepare well, and we're practicing nonstop, and we're putting our all into this, and hopefully it comes out good.
An opportunity for these senior graduates to play high school softball one last time.
I worked so hard all these 4 years to finally be here, and I'm really proud of myself.
It's a bittersweet feeling, but it's definitely something I'm so proud of, and I'm going to try my best to represent Roma the best I can.
Just being part of this organization and just to play for the All-Stars, I mean, it's something I've dreamed of since my freshman year. And just to be a part of this and playing with other girls from different schools, it's a good opportunity.
Reporting for Channel 5 Sports, I'm Daniela Hernandez.
The game is set for this Saturday at 7 p.m. at Donna High School Softball Complex. Now, UTRGV women's basketball is putting in that work right now, getting ready for the upcoming season. Summer workouts officially started up yesterday for them at the UTRGV Fieldhouse with 8 returning vaqueros and 8 newcomers. They're working on active drills, ball control, court vision, and team movement. As they build their chemistry for this upcoming season, head coach Lane Lord says there's a lot to look forward to with this team.
It's just a whole different vibe, and you got to credit the returners for that. We do have 8 returners and 8 new ones, so it's important that we mesh. That's what the summer's all about, is to learn each other's personalities and learn who's going to be our leaders throughout the year.
We'll have a full preview of both men's and women's basketball for you tomorrow. That's a look at sports. Back to you.
A helmet is a must if you ride a bike, no matter your age, type of bike, or how you use it. Helmets can significantly reduce your risk of serious injury if you fall or have an accident.
Yeah, but as Consumer Reports explains, the helmet has to hold up to protect you when you need it most.
Inside Consumer Reports Bike Helmet Testing Lab, experts pull no stops when evaluating helmets, literally dropping helmets from the sky.
We hoist helmets approximately 6.5 feet up into the air and drop them at about 14 miles per hour onto a steel anvil to simulate how a biker might fall in an accident.
They do that 4 times, impacting the front, side, rear, and crown of the helmet. Testers also check the chin straps, ensuring they properly secure the helmet during an accident.
We test the strength of the chin straps, attachment points, and buckles by dropping a weight that's just under 9 pounds 2 feet so that it yanks the straps to simulate the force of a crash.
Good protection is great, but if the helmet is uncomfortable to wear, it will likely stay at home. So, CR's testers also check for ventilation, fit adjustments, ease of use, and other features. After all this testing, topping CR's adult helmet scores is the Trek Starvos Wave Cell, which aced almost every test but at a price, over $100. The Ozark Trail adult helmet is a more budget-friendly option, which earned perfect test scores for impact absorption and ease of use. For kids, the Bone Ranger Tyro got top marks for impact absorption, ventilation, and ease of use. Another safety-focused option you might want to consider: no matter the type of helmet, replace it if it's been in an accident, experienced any high impact, or is more than 5 years old. This is David Fazekas.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. Find yours with Ford F-150. Gas, hybrid, or all electric. Whether it's towing, powering up, or getting from 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds, what you choose to do with that much power is up to you. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
Lease F-150 now for just $399 a month, or choose $4,500 total savings. Both include complimentary maintenance. See your best in Texas Ford dealer.
The Sames Texas Heat Wave will beat the heat, beat any deal, and cool you off in comfort. Save at Sames and lease a 2024 Ford Bronco Sport Big Bend for $299 a month, or lease a 2024 Ford Explorer XLT for $449 a month. Get a 2024 Ford F-150 with 3.9% APR for 60 months, or save $2,500 off MSRP. Catch the Sames Texas Heat Wave this summer at Harlingen, McAllen, and online today. Drive local. Drive Sames.
This is our call to inaction, to answer the call of the recliner.
We're getting takeout because we've been out all day long.
It's the Lazy Boy 2 Great Chairs event. Buy 2 recliners for just $7.99. Lazy Boy. Long live the lazy.
We're here for excitement. Here for family. Here for generations. Your adventure starts at Elif Motorsports. Welcome to the world of Elif.
Having lived in a coastal area my entire life, there is always a threat of a hurricane or a tropical storm. We spoke to several companies about Generac home standby generators. Generator Supercenter made us feel very comfortable. The sales representative was very thoughtful in explaining what the benefits are, from pre-sales consultation to the in-house visit. Generator Supercenter made sure we were getting the most for our money.
Solutions starting at $125 per month. Only at Generator Supercenter, the nation's #1 Generac generator dealer.
So unbearable. It is so hot.
You're right, dear. Let's go check out the unit.
Oh my God, it's so hot. I can't stand it.
Who am I gonna call?
So who are we gonna call?
With expert technicians and service, we keep your home cozy. At L&S Air, we don't sell you what you don't need.
Chevy Truck's advanced camera technology lets you see over, under, through. Up to 8 available cameras and 14 views, so you can focus on the view that really matters. Don't miss a thing. Chevy's got you. Well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% financing for 36 months on the Silverado, or get $5,750 total cash allowance. That's 10% below MSRP.
You want fast? We've got fast. Need more space? You have all the space you could want. Need to cover all terrain? Our all-wheel drive delivers. Take a drive in a brand new Honda this summer. From the Ridgeline to the HRV or CRV to the award-winning Pilot. Find the Honda that is right for you. Clark Knapp Honda. Honda for all.
One last check of weather, Tim.
There's still some pretty good rain out there, and there will continue to be some pretty good rain. If you look at the radar, you can see where things are right now. A big swath of light to moderate rain out in the western part of the valley, but that stuff coming across Cameron County, that's pretty heavy. It rains pretty hard for a little while. The good thing is it's moving quickly, so it doesn't last all that long. A little bit of thunder and lightning in that. Nothing severe, but don't be surprised if you hear a rumble of thunder. See a lightning bolt nearby, so don't spend any time outdoors as that moves by. Some of that at the coast right now as well. Your 7-day forecast calls for tropical downpours again tomorrow. It's not going to be as steady as it was across a lot of the valley today, but it'll be there tomorrow. Best chance it's the first half of the day, and then it tapers off. But then scattered storms in the forecast all the way through the weekend and into next week. We don't see a completely dry day valley-wide anytime soon. The door to the tropics, it's open. We've kind of kicked it open, and now that rain's going to be coming in on and off pretty much every day.
All right, thanks so much. And as always, we thank you for joining us for Channel 5 News at 6.
We're going to have a lot more tonight at 10. Until then, have a great evening.
The Beach Camera is sponsored by the South Padre Island Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Closed captioning brought to you by Channel 5 and Clark Chevrolet McAllen.
If you're injured in a crash, dial 7. 18-wheeler got you smashed, dial 7. Need a doctor for the pain, dial 7. Need a lawyer to get paid, dial 7. D39, D39. If you get into a crash, dial 7. With T you get the no-fee guarantee, where you will win or you don't pay a fee. So dial the 7. You heard it from T. Be a hero for all the family. So get your hands up. Fist in the air.
It's Lax Independence Sale. Find great holiday savings store-wide and boom, up to 60 months special financing. Get this dining set for just $30 a month and take an extra 5% off our lowest ticketed prices. The Independence Sale through July 4th at Lax.
Step into the future in a new Cadillac Lyric, now for $559 a month. Or take advantage of no payments for 90 days. Available today. Be bold. Be electric. Bird Ogden Cadillac, Edinburgh.
If you've had it with hard water, then consider the benefits of a Culligan soft water system for your home. Right now, your local Culligan dealer is offering up to $200 off the purchase or rental of a Culligan water softener. Call today.
What's the square root of pi?
IHOP?
Some things just add up, like the 2x2x2 at IHOP. 2 eggs your way, 2 bacon strips, and 2 buttermilk pancakes. Monday through Friday, all for $6.
You're watching Channel 5, the Valley's news channel.